Well, let's see if this is for recording. I haven't got a clue. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I wasn't actually going to come live, but I've pressed live, so yeah, this was just a mini chat, sort of still going on the lines of what I was saying the other day about action, getting stuff done. I'm just wondering if this is going to flip over live, so I'm just testing. Just see if it does or not. Yeah, it does. So today it was sunny in the morning, it's been a bit windy, and then obviously the sun's gone in and it's going a bit colder again. This is a very short video. I was just basically showing you some things I've done. I've got to grab something else as well, and just something I've written down about the time. I think I said the time is right, because the title that's on it at the minute is wrong and I'll have to change it after. So hang on a 1 minuto. I just grabbed something. Yeah, so let's see. So I might pull some cards out of my, I don't know if they're in actually. Might have to find them. Nature's Whispers. But I've been out today. We've been to my dad's with the kids, my sister and the kids. And we bought these lovely, before we went food shopping, and we got these lovely, I don't know why I'm moving this even, I'll just show the camera over on scene 1. These lovely daffodils, mini daffodils. I think they were 80p each from Morrison, so we're going to be planting them. Finn's going to be doing that at some point this week. But this was just reminding me again the shoots of growing growing our ideas. The time's never really right, the time is now. So now is the right time to be putting your ideas, projects into action. Start now, springtime, go with the flow of nature. Spring ideas popping up, get working on them. It doesn't matter how long it takes. There's ideas that I've been had in my head for years, some of the stuff, because I change my mind on little details sometimes, but like my fellow would say, yeah, but you're still doing stuff towards it. It's not like you didn't start it, or you're not, you know, it might not be in the finished stage. And some people's ideas, they will say, you know, they were in the pipeline for ages. I mean, with putting action behind them, I shouldn't say in the pipeline, but it took them a long time to maybe find their signature. For me, it'd be signature way of painting or drawing, or the way they want something to flow. They're making sure that it is, you know, the way they want it to be. I've been working on a picture, and I've just made it bigger because I think, no, I want it bigger. It's going to be a big project. It might not even take me that long because I am fast sometimes with sorts of arts. There's another project that I want to put in place. I don't know what to call it yet. It's going to be like soul something. I can't really explain it because you'll get it when I plan it out and go through it, and you'll probably get it. Me explaining it, probably won't get it. So Oh, I just realised there's some people watching and forgetting that there's a live chat there. Forgetting that I keep thinking I'm pre-recording and I'm not. So I can't really explain that yet till I've drawn it out, which I'm going to start tomorrow because I've got quite a few projects on the go. So what I wrote down in my book was just popping in my head this morning, whether this makes sense. But I put the right time. I mean, to me, the time is now, especially with what's going on. Like I said, it's spring, so your ideas you should be putting into workings now with the action, so they can grow over springtime into summer. Different times, stages and ages will call in different things for you, because obviously everybody's different. Meaning, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but I'm going to explain it. Yeah, what may have been right for you 7 years ago may not be working for you now or be right for you now. It's even like some of my artwork maybe a few years ago I might not be into now. It might not be working for me now, so I've got to change it up and look at something else, because maybe that's not exciting me anymore. So I found something else that's exciting me, so obviously I want to do more of that. Because if you're not feeling it anymore, and that's fine if you're not, whatever that is, you're going to try and shake it up and do something else. So this could be, I can re-going over what I said the other day, jobs, projects, friendships, relationships, but even practices like spiritual practices. It might be religious practice, exercise. There might be an exercise you used to do years ago that maybe is not sort of working out for you now. Maybe you need to add something else, or you're thinking of moving away from some exercises and going into something else. Maybe it's food. Maybe you've decided there's certain food that isn't working for you. Maybe you're deciding to change, I won't say diet, healthy eating, or there's just different foods that you'd like to try, or something that you used to eat years ago. Because let's face it, when we're younger, we can get away with a lot. There are so many different areas to clean out and brush up on. Like I said, spiritual practices, for example. There are lots of gurus, teachers, shamans, etc. Hi, Julie. I am okay, I hope you are too. There are lots of gurus, teachers, shamans, whatever you want to call them, sages, and are going back to ancient times. But it doesn't mean that you can't evolve and change, still keeping its base, its base core. But as the world evolves, so must we. New things will be brought in alongside the old to work together, because even I think way back in the ancient times, and what I can see, they didn't have it all worked out. There were still things going on. That's why a lot has gone on. The right time is now. What is your soul center calling for right now? What is, I keep saying, your soul center calling for right now? It's always the right time, and that time is now. Although say there's never a right time, that's because the time is now. You will know, you should know by now, especially if you're coming to, you're a bit older and you've gone through a few things. You should be knowing, as I keep saying, what's the most thing that makes you happy. Just start. As long as you just start, and don't think about the how and the why and where it's going to take you. Just start whatever that project thing is, idea, springing up lots of ideas in springtime. As I said, I had a chat with someone at work the other day, and they've just asked me for a reference for them for something that they want to do that they thought they couldn't do because they maybe have missed their chance, but it's something they've always loved and thought, could they have ever done it? But they put it on the side because they just thought, no, it's too late now, blah blah blah. And this person's a lot younger than me, and we're having a discussion about it, but they said, you know what, I think a way around it where they wouldn't have to go to university, they could do it another way, but they'd probably have to do a lot of voluntary work, this, that and the other. So she's asked me for a reference, and I said yes, she'd be the perfect person as well, because she knows that if she puts the effort into it and the action, and she does these little steps maybe of the voluntary work towards this thing, it will probably get there in the end anyway, and she'll probably get more out of the voluntary work. Sometimes it's not what it's who you know. Well, hello Dolly, just passing by. Hi Angel A. So just get started. Nature doesn't think, oh, I'm going to fanny around thinking about, oh, what we're going to... It just starts, doesn't it? Nature wakes up and it just starts growing. So you've got to start growing. So like I'm saying, things will evolve, and we can have add-ons and we can put new things in and let go of other things that don't work. As I said, that goes for spiritual practices and things like that. A lot of people, I think, give the power away to a lot of other people as well, because it's all about listening to things and, you know, taking what you need is what I say and let everything else go. There's a lot of people who will literally believe everything someone's saying, even people they don't know, have never spoke to in real life and stuff like that, and will go off certain things of, maybe I've said before, what works for them, but doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. Sovereignty is about, I can never say that word properly, is about you finding what works for you, because we're all different. And it's not someone telling you what to do and you must do this. Oh, this is, you know, I do things certain ways, but I just share. It doesn't mean that you have to do it that way. It's just things that I share I know work for me. And like I said, you should know by now what does work for you. Hopefully getting an inkling of what works for you, especially with things that you really love. You should know by now what gives you a lot of joy. And that is one of the sole purposes you're here for in this, is to find the things that give you a lot of joy, more of it. You should obviously know what you don't like, which should give you an idea of what you do like. And it's just getting started on something and saying, if there was anything from when you were younger that you really loved, mine was always drawing and doodling and stuff. Don't pass it off as, yeah, but that's when I was younger. You can still bring it in, and it might need evolving a bit, because, you know, I'm not being funny, this is one of Finn's drawings. He's really good. Don't know where he gets it from. We just bought him a little pencil set thing today with a book showing you how to draw different animals. So he's done a duck. By the way, the picture that I put on the community page, that wasn't his in the middle, that was what he was copying off. A duck. And he's done this toucan, which I think is really good. The detail, the feet around the wood, on the wood, the proportion and everything. He loves drawing, but obviously the more Finn practices, the older he gets in different ages and stages, the better he's going to get. He's going to evolve from this picture. He's not going to look nothing like when he's a lot older. If he drew this toucan again, it'd probably look more realistic, because he will evolve. He will keep his motor skills as well, but it will evolve. We don't stay the way we once were because we're not growing that way. So, like I said, there's a project coming I want to share because it might help people, but I've got to draw it up first to show people, because neighbours putting bins out, because I can't really